Let's talk a little bit about big data, okay? We'll turn our focus to that. There are many challenges associated with big data. It's big. We have storage issues, we have access issues, we have exploitation issues, et cetera. But when we look at big data and sort of apply that to our daily lives, it's no different. Within our lives, there's just so much data traffic that many times it leads to chaos. And with all this data, we need to be able to quickly sift through it and quickly identify the right data source to use for a given application. To address this challenge, we need to be able to quickly marshal and direct our solutions to the right content source in order to drive the delivery of real-time geospatial information services. This, of course, requires the ability to identify, organize, and ultimately share connections to geospatial content that are always and readily available. This is really an overwhelming challenge given just how much data is out there. To solve this, we need to be able to easily connect to relevant and reliable global coverages of content sources. I'm very pleased to announce a recent partnership with Airbus Defense and Space. This is really mind-blowing. They collect over 4 million square kilometers of content every day. That's a lot of data. That's really big data, okay? And it's important for Hexagon Geospatial that our solutions and the applications our partners build have ready and immediate and relevant access to that content so we can quickly deploy information services against that content. But let's hear a little bit more about our partners such as Airbus and what they're doing and how we're working together to help solve some of the issues associated with big data.
In the past, end users would have to go to a software company and purchase sophisticated software. They would also then separately have to go to satellite vendors, purchase their data products. And what we see changing is a much closer integration between the software and the data, where you don't have to be a very sophisticated user to get the end result that you need. So Hexagon Geospatial is working closely with a number of the satellite imaging vendors. The first partnership that we're bringing is with Airbus Defense and Space. Airbus is really a leader. They have a very robust constellation in space today, a very deep and rich archive.
We've been providing information and satellite imagery to customers on an on-demand basis for almost 30 years now. We've launched an entire new satellite constellation. And they're fresh, they're new, they have tremendous capability and capacity to reach a spot on the globe once, twice a day, just about anywhere in the world.
Today, our customers can access the Hexagon imagery program and the content from that program through our existing desktop products, but we're moving into an age where people will be able to access that data through smart applications in a much more simple fashion.
We value Hexagon's approach in terms of distributing data sets that can be of use to a broad range of customers. We seek to use tools and analytics and build our own when necessary, but use those of our partners when we can to build that end solution for the customer as quickly and cost effectively as possible.
So what you have are two very well-established organizations that have a very similar mission in terms of serving the customer base. And by partnering together, we bring the strengths of both organizations.
It's really important to Hexagon Geospatial that we're able to tightly integrate content with our software.
The way OmniEarth and Hexagon Geospatial can best work together going forward is by integrating a diverse set of tools and data sets, and then together solving a very concrete end user problem.
And this really is evident in terms of the customer interest, the development of the applications, and the fact that we've seen this business start to grow in a relatively quick pace.
And that's the way we seek to work with our customers, is to find what their reoccurring business uncertainty problems are and build a solution that brings external, outside data together with analysis to reduce and relieve that uncertainty.
Through the smart applications that Hexagon has developed, it allows the users to really increase their level of information superiority and to take that information and use it on a near real-time daily basis that supports their mission, their business objective, their humanitarian efforts.
We also recognize that many of our customers have a lot of existing data within their organizations, okay? And they really struggle to manage and get that content out to their users within the organization. Today, I'd like to announce a new offering, a new capability that we're launching this summer. Okay, and I want you to really think about this as the geospatial version of Dropbox, okay, which is pretty cool. And this is called Map Chest. Okay, this will be a cloud-based service that allows you to upload geospatial content from anywhere, and then subsequently allows you to share that content with others anytime and anywhere. The service itself is hosted on Amazon, and because it's a cloud service, all of your existing applications and solutions, whether they're desktop, web, and mobile, will be able to connect to that store and be able to pull content from that store as a service. This service will allow you to upload, compress, and ultimately catalog and deliver your geospatial content. Let's take a look at a quick demonstration and example of what I'm talking about. The first thing you do, of course, after you log into the service is go through your file choosers or your network and select the data that you want to upload. Okay? We support a variety of different raster and elevation formats, so you could certainly get that existing data into the application. But once the data is uploaded, you have the opportunity to compress it. Now that's important because the cost of storage is still high, and you want to minimize your storage footprint by compressing it, and we certainly provide you to do that with things like ECW and JPEG as well. Once you've uploaded that content, you could then publish that content, which means you could publish it through a variety of different services that we have available to you. This includes things like OGC web services, streaming services such as ECWP, allowing you to then publish it and ultimately get access to that content through GIS, CAD, and a variety of different custom applications that you may have built. The program itself is quite ideal for UAV providers. Okay, there's a lot of UAV content that's being collected, and this gives them a service for uploading that content onto the cloud and ultimately accessing it at a later date. It's also very useful for cities, counties who have large repositories of image data, elevation data, and GIS data, and want to make that data available through the cloud. We're offering 4 plans, starting with the starter package, which is free of charge, up to 1 gigabyte of storage, all the way through to a professional plan, which allows you to access over 1 terabyte of content on the cloud. Each plan provides the same level of functionality, giving you access to those data sets as OGC web services and image streaming protocols.